Hey, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This Reflex. If this is the first time you're visiting, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to manipulate this picture to this. Just how to create this simple artistic background and add these artifacts to it, and also the chair. It's going to be a simple video tutorial, but I'm going to break it down step by step. I won't skip any step at this particular video. So these are the picture was taken. You know, we have blemishes on the background and the background is not wide enough like this. So I'm going to be showing you how to extend the background to that stage, and also how to clean the background and remove blemishes from the background. The reason why we do manipulation is that actually when it comes to photography, the gadgets we use, especially we photographers, our gadgets are very expensive. Buying of cameras, buying of the light setup, buying of backdrops, and also buying stuff like this is going to cost hell of a money, and you can't actually get everything, so it's better you look for a way to manipulate them. That's the reason why I go into photo manipulations, and also to teach people how to make use of them also. So it's going to save you money and it's going to save you time. I can't imagine you going to a client house to do a photo shoot. You have to bring all this along with you. Actually, with just your single backdrop and your studio lights, you can actually take the picture and manipulate it this way, which is also going to look real. So with no further ado, let's jump into business. The first thing we need to do is to extend the background. How are we going to extend the background? So how are we going to do that? You just have to come to your crop tool, click on your crop tool. You can click on C, or you can just go to where it's located. You pick it out and make sure you don't have a fixed size for it here. If you have it already, just click on clear, then drag anywhere you want it to be. Drag. If you want it to go up, also drag it down also until you see fit. So once you drag and you already love what you have what you need already, just click on your OK. So this is how to expand the background. So after the expansion, the next thing for you to do is to remove our model from the background. For this picture, it's going to take a hell of a step, but I already have a picture in ground which I already removed the model from the background, but I'm not going to remove the model from the background automatically. I'm going to just make the selection perfect. Once I'm done with the selection, I will show you how I did from there on. So after you're done with this, so let's go to where we're going to be working. So here's the layer we're going to be making use of right now. So I've already cropped out my model, but I'll be deleting that also. Let me just do that right now. So let me start afresh again. Okay, let's say this is my model layer now without anything. She's still there. I've not cropped it out. I only make the selection so that it's going to look easier, so that I won't just start afresh and make everything hard for you. I use my polygonal lasso tool to trim all the edges to make sure I get the selection perfect. So let me just say I'm done with the selection right now, but right now we are still working on our background layer, which I don't like using. I love duplicating my layer before I do anything on it. So all I have to do is just to drag it down here. So once I drag it down, it's going to duplicate our layer twice for us. Same thing on a new layer. So instead of me now to delete, click on delete right now to delete the background I have here, so that my model will be only one left on the layer. So I'll just have to click on my layer marks. Once I click on it, automatically it's going to delete the background for us, but you can't see it this way because our below layer is still showing. So once I turn it off, you can see right now our model is standing alone without the background. So you can just turn it on back again now. So this time around, now let's duplicate our background layer twice again. We have nothing to do with this layer as of now. This is our model layer. So I'll go back to my background layer, click on it. I'll Ctrl J twice, Ctrl J, Ctrl J, that's 2 times. So this time around now I'm going to expand this background and remove the blemishes. So for me to do that, let me start by using my rectangle marquee tool, which I have over here. I'll click on it, then I'll drag over the area I want to expand. But whatever you're doing, make sure it's not touching your model. So you have to drag it so that it's not touching any part of your model, because it's going to expand the model with it. So I'll just have to click on my Ctrl T to free transform, hold down my shift key, then I'll drag to the edge. It might not be perfect, but to give you what you need. So I'll click on OK first, Ctrl D to deselect. I'll come to this side also, I'll drag. So I'll make sure it's not touching my model. As you can see, it's not touching her at all. So I'll still hold down my, click on Ctrl T, hold down my shift key, then drag to this side also. So I'll control, once I'm done, I'll just click on OK, Ctrl D to deselect. You might not be facing this issue if you have a smooth background, if your background is already perfect from the get-go, but this background is already done, so we have to clean it to make it look perfect in the get-go. So we're going to do that to this upside also. Make sure it's not touching any part of your model, then Ctrl T again, zoom out, hold down your shift key, then drag up. So once you're done, you just click your OK, Ctrl D to deselect. So let's do to this last part also, drag down, Ctrl T to transform, hold down your shift key, then you drag down also. Once you're done, just click on your OK, Ctrl D to deselect. So let's say we're done with that. The next step is for we to remove the remaining blemishes that is left on the background. So for we to do that now, we are going to be using our patch tool. I'll click on my patch tool. So I'll cycle over the area I want to remove the blemishes, then I'll drag it down. As you can see, automatically it removed that for us. So I'll come to this side also, I'll circle around it, then I'll drag, as you can see right now. So let's do the same thing, let's repeat the same step here again. Let me cycle around it, then I'll drag it to the area I want to fill it with. As you can see, Ctrl D to deselect, it's filled it up for us. So I'll still clean this black spot I have over here. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to clean it up. So as you can see right now, we've done something good, but not all that perfect. We are going to perfect it in the get-go. So I'll remove all the blemishes I know I can easily use my patch to remove. As you can see right now. So let's say we're done with this. So somebody asked me a question that why do we use our select, under select, modify, then expand? The reason we use our expand is that when we want to blow out the image, if our image is still there, okay, let's try it out right now. So I would love to blow this background out a little bit, but me blurring it now is going to affect some other things. So let's try it out first. I'll go to filter, under filter I'll look for blur, then I'll click on Gaussian blur. So let me say I'm using like about 121. If I'm to zoom in that right now, as you can see, it's showing at the back that we blur out the image, as you can see right now. So for we to not make it that obvious, what we are going to do is that the model we select out, which is our main model that is standing alone, so we just click on control, then click on the marks. As you can see, it brought back our selection for us. So you can delete like this and blow it out and nothing might happen, as in it might do it perfectly for you, but at times you might not get the crop in right. As you can see over here, there's still some rough edges here, so it's going to blow out that part also and make it look obvious. But if you don't want it to look that obvious, that's where we have to go to our filter, go to our select, under select, click on modify, then we expand by 8, but it's not must to use 8. You can use 6 pixel, you can use 4 pixel. So we click on our OK, but make sure that you're on the background layer that is closer to the model layer while doing it. Just hit on your delete key. As you can see, we've deleted that model from the background, but you cannot know that now until you turn the both down layer and the up layer off. As you can see, we only have our background without the model right now. So just turn everything on back, then Ctrl D to deselect. So before we blur it out now, because we need to return back the shadow, so let's duplicate this layer into 2 by clicking on Ctrl J. So now you just have to go to your filter, under your filter you look for blur, then you click on Gaussian blur. So you increase it till you see the pixel you need. Okay, I think this 81 is okay for me. Then I'll click on my OK. If you have to zoom in now, as you can see, it's blur it perfectly. It's not obvious that will blur out the background at all. But the only reason why it's obvious that will blur out the background is because the shadow is no longer there. It's there, but it's not all that perfect. So we are going to return back the shadow. That's why we created this layer twice. We duplicated it twice so that we are going to clean off the leg part, so that the leg part will still be showing, and the down layer will be the one reflecting on the one we blurred out. So I just have to click on my layer marks. I'll pick my brush, pick my normal brush. I'll make sure that's 100% opacity. Note, why this your mark is on white, your brush color has to be on black. If this on black, your brush color has to be on white. So I just have to increase my brush size. Then I'll clean over the area I want to clean up, which is the leg. So that it's going to return our shadow for us. Just clean it off, clean it off. So that's all. There's no more shadow in the picture from the get-go. But the issue I'm still having right now is that the background here is looking brown and here is looking somewhat deep brown, and I don't like the way it looks. So I just want to return the color. I want to blend the color together. You can actually use your gradient tool, but if you don't know how to use it, there's a simple one I usually do. So all I just need to do, I just have to create a new empty layer, click on it, then I'll pick my brush, then I'll click on the color, then I'll sample the color I want to be there. I'll just click. Once I see the color I need, I'll click on my OK. I'll reduce my brush opacity. I think 25 is okay. Then I'll scroll over the area I want the color to be, which is here. I'll go over it, as you can see. So we are just trying to blend in our color perfectly, not all that perfect, but to look similar to the rest color. So as you can see right now, so if I'm to turn this off, as you can see, so all we just did right now is that we just balance the color in a simple way without any stress of going to a gradient map or doing anything. If it's too much, you can just reduce the opacity, and to make it go round, you can actually go to filter and blur it out a little bit also. Go to blur, then click on Gaussian blur. So once you get what you need, you just have to click on your OK. So we're done with that, with the first step. You can actually leave your picture like this. It's perfect. You just have to add your color grading. If you're not the manipulation type, you can just let it go like this. But make sure before you start a manipulation like this, you've already retouched your picture, which I actually did to this picture. Make sure you retouch your picture before you jump into manipulation. So the next thing for you to do now is to bring in the overlay we'll be using in this particular picture. If you're interested in getting any of my overlay, they are available in my store. You can actually go there and get them there. Something about my overlay, the overlays, I'll be giving you links for you to download it from, and the links you can use it in the nearest picture, because the links will be valid from now till 2023. So any file I drop new, even though it's not on my YouTube channel, and I just got the file and I decide to upload it, it's going to be under that link, so you can actually get it from the link. So let me just put in a simple way. Maybe actually when you get the file, there are only 70 files in the link at the time you bought it. You might later go there and check the link out, you meet about 70 or so there, sometimes 80 or so. So it's going to be increasing on the daily basis. So that's how the file works. So if you have to get them now, you're in great luck, because it's actually cheap as of now. So with no further ado, let's jump into the manipulation. I will start bringing in what I need for the manipulation. So I'll go to my file manager where it's located. So let me go and pick it out. Let me look for where the file is located, what I saved the name with. Let me check it out. Okay, this is the file over here. So firstly, let's start bringing in our overlays. So this is the first overlay I'll bring in. I'm going to drag into my Photoshop. Whatever you're doing, make sure it's below your model and above all the background you've blurred and everything also. So I'll just expand my background until I see fit. Once I get what I need, I just have to drop it. So I expand it. Okay, let me say I love it this way. So I'll just change the blend mode from normal. I'll change it to soft lights. As you can see, when the background is coming in, it comes with its own color, which it actually there's more saturation there now. So we are going to reduce the saturation. All you need to do just to click on Ctrl U, then you reduce this, drag down the saturation, drag it down until it's no longer there. So we're done with the first one, but you can actually blur the background out a little bit also. Just have to go to your filter, under filter, click on blur, then click on Gaussian blur, then you reduce it until you see fit. Okay, 19 is okay for me. Then I'll click on my OK. Then I have to go back to my file manager to bring the other overlay out, which is this. Just have to drag it into Photoshop, drag it until I see fit, until I get what I need. So I'll drag it up, drag it. Once I get what I need, I click on my OK. So I have to change the blend mode from normal, change it to soft light again. You can see we are getting something dark here right now, which looks perfect. So I'm still going to blur this out a little bit also. Filter, then click on Gaussian blur. Once I get what I need, I click on my OK. So we're done with bringing in the both overlays. The next thing is for you to import the objects we'll be making use of, which are the PNG files. So I'll go back to my file manager. So I'll just drag the first PNG file into Photoshop. I'll click on it, then I'll drag it in. So I will expand it till I see fit. I will expand it once I'm done. So I'll adjust it to the size I want it to be. Once I see what I need, I'll just drop it down. Then I'll move it to the location I want it to be. As you can see, there's no shadow there, but I'll bring in another PNG file that will cover that up. So I'll go back to my file manager. I'll pick this box, which I love using the most. I'll drag it into Photoshop. I'll make sure it's on it. I'll reduce the size. So I'll bring it down so that the pot will still be showing, and also the box I bring in to also be showing at the same time, as you can see, which looks all nice. And the box is somehow bright, too bright for my liking. I'll just reduce the brightness by clicking on Ctrl M and dragging it down. So it's going to darken the box for me. Once I'm done, I'll click on my OK. So you can actually just leave the manipulation like this, but I just have to bring in another thing again to balance it up, which is this chair. I'm going to drag it into Photoshop. I'll drag it, I will adjust the size, and I'll actually be using this chair on my next tutorial. Don't forget to watch also. So I'll just adjust it till I see fit. Once I like the way it is, I'll click on my OK. But the issue I'm having right now is the chair does not come with its own shadow. So let's create a little bit of shadow for it. But firstly, let's reduce the opacity of this chair. Let's bring it down so that you can blend in a little bit, which is okay like this. And also it's too bright somehow, so reduce the brightness by clicking on Ctrl M. So we'll bring it down, which is okay this way. So let's create a little bit of shadow. Just have to create an empty new layer. Make sure our brush color is on black. We pick our brush. The layer has to be below what we just created right now. So we'll bring it down, pick on my brush. I'll clean over the area I want it to be, which is here. It has to be around there. It has to be around there. So we just have to go to our filter. Under filter, click on blur. Then we'll click on our Gaussian blur, blur it out, click on our OK. So we already created a shadow for it right now. If the shadow is too much, just bring down the opacity a little bit. But there are still some whitish look over here, and we are going to manipulate that also. All we need to do is just click on the chair right now, then create an empty new layer on it. But before you start anything, clip it on it, right click on it and clip on the chair. Create a clipping marks on the chair, then pick your brush,
then you paint it black a little bit, so it's going to darken it, as you can see right now. So it's going to darken it up a little bit for us, you can see, which looks all that perfect. So let me turn this off and see. So you can see right now, so you can just reduce the opacity, or if you don't want to use black, you can actually use another color, probably the background color, then you paint over it also. As you can see right now, we have something perfect so far. So that's that, and you can decide to add a glowing light at the background we are working on. So just make sure you go to your background layer back, the one we blurred out, that's where you are going to do that. You click on it, then make sure you click on your dodge, look where your dodge is, click on the dodge, increase your brush size, make sure it's on mid-tone, and make sure it's on 100% opacity. So increase the brush size, just click on it at the center once, click on it once. As you can see, it's going to bring our glowing light for us. So we're almost done with our manipulation. The last and final step is for we to color grade. So I'm only going to be color grading everything all together at once. So there's a lot I usually use on all my tutorials, which I call the chocolate color. So I'll just go to my adjustment layer, click on my color lookup, click on load 3D loads, and I'll look for where it is. Here it is over here. I'll click on it. As you can see, automatically it created a low light image for us, just a single click away, and it did the perfect job for us. So you can actually decide to color grade the skin separately, but this is only the color grade I'll be using in this particular picture. So that's about that. Let's add a little bit of vintage to the edge, a dark vintage to the edge. For way to do that, we have to create an empty new layer at the top of everything. Then you pick your brush, let's make it black. Then you go to your gradient, make sure you select the first option here and make sure it's on black to nothing. So you drag over the area you want to apply it on. Yeah, okay, click on the left hand side, so okay, click on the top, okay, click here also. So once you get it right, that's all. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also turn on the notification icon. If you have any question, you can contact me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you're interested in getting of my files, they are down in the link. You can actually get them there.